Well, hello. Welcome to the 2 a.m. streams. This is Randall Brownstein, also known as Randy Brown. Uh, Welcome to all the people out there. If you're there, Bimbo's here. What up, Bimbo? Bimbo Tuna. Bimbo Tuna. Bumblebee Tuna. Bumblebee Tuna. Just kidding, Bimbo. How are you doing, Bimbo? You having a good night? Having a good day? So did you watch the Fears streams? Did you see Fears do his Q&A? Did you see him do that? Did you ask him any good questions? Let me know in the chat. And then just gotta work off work. I'm very tired. Oh, what do you do, Bimbo? You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but let me know in the chat if it's okay. Sup. Randy, I missed you. Hey, Kylie Smith. How's it going? So now, this is something Fears said. Fears said he had ADHD. And I also, I have quite a few maladies. Randy, it's 11 p.m. Well, where are you, Kylie? Because I think you're in Arizona. Where I am right now, it says 2:01 right there. Why are you drinking an energy drink? Oh, I always do. I've got some more stuff planned for tonight. I'm going to be doing a little bit of more work tonight. So, Obi Dog says, "Hey, Randy." So yeah, just to let you know, according to the medical world, I have a lot of shit wrong with me. I was epileptic from ages 0 to 8 years old. The epilepsy just left me one day. I don't know what happened. Number 2, I am dyslexic. So, and I've got some theories on that. And number 3, I also have ADHD, like Fierce has, but I've got a few theories on ADHD and dyslexia. Like, I think dyslexia is just people don't know you can't write letters whichever way you want them. Because they taught me how to write letters correctly, how to write an S and how to write an N. And I don't think like one day my vision just flipped and then I started seeing letters correctly and I just like started writing them correctly. I mean, that's basically what would have to have happened. Like somebody just flipped my dyslexia switch off. I didn't know you couldn't write S's like that. I didn't know. I thought you had to write them this way. And then as for ADHD, I think ADHD is a cop out because I think it puts the blame on the students when really I would call ADHD boring teacher syndrome or boring book syndrome. I think those two titles would be more accurate than attention deficit disorder. Because here's the thing, I have ADHD, but I can watch The Dark Knight Rises without getting distracted one time. I could watch Jennifer Lawrence in any movie without getting distracted one time. I could watch X-Men First Class without getting distracted one time. So I don't think that ADHD is a real thing. I just think there are boring teachers out there and there are boring textbooks out there. I think if the teachers were interesting and the teachers weren't boring, I think a lot of kids would pay attention more in class. Because I'll tell you a true story. In my 5th grade art class, I got A pluses across the board. And I'll tell you why. Because my art teacher, Miss Michaels, was super hot. And I paid attention to every damn thing that came out of her mouth. So I think ADHD is, I don't think it's so much the student's fault. I think it's boring teacher syndrome and boring textbook syndrome. Because, like I said, I can read a Dan Brown novel without getting distracted. I can, watch Jennifer Lawrence without getting distracted. Like, I just think it's boring teachers and boring textbooks. Because some of the textbooks that I saw when I was a kid, they were dry, they were boring. I wanted to fall asleep after reading the first page. I don't think ADHD is a real thing. I don't think it is. I think maybe sometimes kids have too much sugar, and that's what sets them off. Uh, do you think drinking an energy drink to chillax your ADHD? Well, I don't know. Kylie Smith says, I can't watch movies. ADHD meds are overprescribed. Amen to that, Obi Dog. I think that is really true. Wait, Randy, not cool. I'm ADD. LOL. Well, I don't think it's your fault, Kylie Smith. I just think maybe you have boring teachers or boring books to read, Because, like I said, and I'll say it again, I got straight A's in my 5th grade art class because my teacher was really hot. And because she was really hot, I paid attention to every damn word that came out of her mouth. And guess what? Art is my best subject. It's not a cop out. Being a kid equal ADHD. It's the multiple intelligence theory. Lots of different kind of people learn differently. Yeah, I believe that's true. I believe in the multiple intelligence thing. I believe that's true. But again, one more time. I can watch The Dark Knight without getting distracted once. I can watch The Suicide Squad without getting distracted once. I can watch The Dark Knight Rises without getting distracted once. And I have rampant ADHD is what they say. So, again, I think they're putting the blame on the students when I think the onus goes to the teachers. I call ADHD boring teacher syndrome or boring textbook syndrome. I think if they got Dan Brown to write the history books and maybe got Jennifer Lawrence to teach classes, I think there would be a lot less ADHD around there. Just a little factoid. Bimbo says, "Do you believe in twin flames?" I have heard that. Theory. I heard that theory very late in life. I think I heard the twin flames theory about 6 or 7 years ago, and I was in a bar, and this waitress told me about it. She said, in the beginning everything was fire, and that the flames separated. And so there were 2 flames that were part of one flame. And that's actually where the term old flame comes from. And when the flames reunite, that's when your soulmate, I've been reading a lot about it. Well, interesting. Yeah, I've heard of the twin flames thing. That's like really out there metaphysics. But now I'm going to switch topics from the very medical, from ADHD and dyslexia. I'm going to switch to Terminator. And then after that, I'll give you an update on karaoke. So there was one thing that, there was a woman named Sarah at karaoke tonight. And Bob the GJ made a joke. He's like, "Sarah Connor, your time is up. Come sing karaoke." And there was a girl named Sarah. And then I thought to myself, wait a minute. Wait a damn minute. How did the Terminator from Terminator 1 know which Sarah Connor to kill? Because he was going through the phone book. And it's like, okay, now, like, number one, what if the correct Sarah Connor's name was unlisted? Or like, what was the Terminator's program? Just like to kill all the Sarah Connors in the California phone book? And also, another thing, what if the Sarah Connor he wanted had an unlisted number? Or what if the Sarah Connor didn't list her address? Because some of you are too young to remember phone books, but in phone books, sometimes they would only list the first and last name. They wouldn't list the middle initial. And sometimes you could tell them, don't put my address. So what the hell would the Terminator have done if it was Sarah Connor, then just her phone number and no address? What would he have done? And again, like, what was his program? Just kill every Sarah Connor in the LA phone book. And then, like, after he's done, what would he have done? You know? Like, would he have been Carl the Terminator? You know, just like finding purpose and, you know, because I would think that Skynet would put a secondary protocol into a Terminator, you know? Like, I mean, if the Terminator capped off all the Sarah Connors, I think that the Terminator would have just, you know, started killing off the captains and lieutenants from John Connor's squad, you know. I don't think that the Terminator, if he would have killed off all the Sarah Connors, would have just, you know, changed his name to Carl and started a drapery business like in T6, you know. Like, I think he would have had secondary targets and then maybe a self-destruct so people couldn't, you know, take over his thing. Pixel Protocol says, Randall. Yeah. Yes, Pixel. Because, Carl, I don't know if you know this, but the Terminator in Terminator 6, after he, I don't want to give too much away, but after he kills who he's supposed to kill, he becomes Carl the drapery guy, you know? So, yeah. What up, Pickle Protocol? What's up, Pickle? So now I'm going to change it to my third topic, which is karaoke. Tonight, I went to karaoke to two of my favorite karaoke places, and I made $5 at the first place. And I actually got a free small pizza, you know. And here's the thing. I did magic for several people that night, and some woman came up behind me and dropped a $5 on the table, and she goes, "Thank you so much." And I was like, "Oh yeah," because I was eating my pizza and I was distracted by my mom. And then the girl went away, and I never saw who gave me the $5. I have no idea who gave me the $5. Like, all I saw was her hand put it on the table, and then she walked away, and I was like, holy shit, I don't know who gave me this. You know, so it's kind of like a mystery. I don't know exactly who gave me the $5 from when, but I did a classic joke of mine, and it worked beautifully today. Yeah, it was nice. Woo, yeah. So, and then there were these two people over at the other table, and they were eating a white pizza, and me and my mom had never had that at that place we went to. So I just went over and I go, "Excuse me, let me ask you a question. You know that white pizza? How was it?" And they go, "Oh man, it was good. It was really good." I was like, "Yeah, it was tasty." And they're like, "Yeah, go ahead and take ours." And I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Yeah, take it. We were just gonna leave. You know, we don't want it. So if you want that white pizza, you could take it." And it was half of a large pizza. I was like, "Are you guys sure?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure. Go ahead, take it." So I take half the large white pizza over, and me and my mom just ate the entire half of the pizza. So we basically got free food that night. So that was pretty damn cool. And then again, on top of that, made $5. Don't know who gave me the $5, but one of my tricks at karaoke, or one of my tricks at comedy night, when I'm doing comedy is I pick a random person from the crowd and I say, "You, sir, pick a card, any card." And they go, "Hey, and this one guy got smart. He's like, "I picked this card." I was like, "Oh, very funny, sir." And then somebody said, "Ace of spades." And I go, "Oh, you mean like this ace of spades?" And I took an ace of spades out of my pocket. Now, the secret to this trick is this. All right. Number one, 70% of people pick the ace of spades. So I got that ace of spades in my breast pocket. 25% of people pick the queen of hearts, and I had the queen of hearts in my pants pocket. And then 5% of the people will pick something random. So they say the ace of spades, I take that out. And then if they say the queen of hearts, I take that out. But if the 5% says something random, like the five of clubs or the five of diamonds, I take out the ace of spades and I go, "Was this your card?" And they go, "No." And I just stand there like, "Moving on." And then I take it back in my pocket and that gets a big laugh. But somebody said ace of spades and I had the ace of spades and the entire place clapped when I took out the ace of spades. They freaking loved it. And, one guy asked me, was that girl with you? And I was like, "No, she wasn't with me. I did magic for her earlier, but I did not tell her to say that. She just said it randomly." So there you go. But yeah, when I took out the ace of spades, everybody started clapping, the entire place. That was pretty funny. And that is a little magician's trick called an out. And what an out is a backup plan in case you mess up. Like, I have this question, and whenever I end a magic trick, I go, "Are you magic?" Now, there's 3 responses that people typically say, and I have a retort for each 3 of these responses. So I go, like if I do a magic for Sophia, if I go, "Sophia, are you magic?" She has the option to say 3 things. No, in which I would say, "Well, I blame you anyways." Or she could say yes. And if she says yes, I go, "Can you make my college loans disappear?" And she's like, "No, I don't think so." And then I'm like, "Well, I talked to Chris Angel, and he said, Randy, you might want to try something easier, like trying to make the state of Alaska disappear." And they get a big laugh out of that. Or the third response is they say, "No, you're magic." And to that response, I go, I'm not magic. I'm Randy, baby." And that gets a big laugh. So no matter what they say, I have a backup plan, an out for whatever they say, So that's called a magician's out. So I've only killed 20 minutes of screen time, and we went through all 3 topics. So Dankness Falls. Hi, Randy. Hi, Mr. Keaton. How are you doing? How's the Batman Flashpoint thing coming? Yeah. Doing the Flashpoint thing? Did you meet the Flash yet? Did you say, "I am Batman" yet? Let me know. I'm Batman. Because a lot of people don't know this, but Dankness is actually Michael Keaton. Yes, he is actually the best Batman that ever lived. No, 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 no. Dankness. Oh. Dankness is Michael Keaton. What up, Dankness? I got a lot of work to do tonight. That is why I'm having a Monster Zero. Now, somebody asked me, "Randy, why are you drinking soda if you're trying to lose weight?" Well, number one, I'm drinking this because if you look, 10 calories. See that? 10 calories. Plus, I checked my weight when I woke up this morning. I was at 289 at my perfect weight. So I woke up this morning and I was only 290.2. So I only gained like a pound and I only gained 1.2 pounds back. So I'm doing pretty good as far as the weight goes. Now, if I can get back down to 89, I'm going to try to knock off another 10. So I'm going to try to go down to 279. We'll see how that works. I am going to be buying more supplements on the 3rd because that's when I get paid. So there's this guy called Vince Van Sant from V Shred, and he's got some pretty good supplements. And then I'll talk to the dude a little bit because I know the dude's really into like powder and creatine and HGH and all that stuff. So I'll talk to the dude, get his info. Does that say Dark Queen? I love you too, Dark Queen. I love you too. So yeah, I you know what? I want to show you a magic trick, but I don't know. Hello, brother. My brother. I do not know how to pronounce that, so could you type it out? Have a good stream. I'm always watching. Oh, well, thank you for always watching. Magic? Yeah. Well, here's the thing. There's 3 magicians I follow on YouTube. Sankey Magic, Free Magic Live, and Spidey Hypnosis. But the problem with Free Magic Live is they have not uploaded jack crap in like 2 or 3 years. And I'm like, guys, if you want me to keep subscribing, you got to put out some new content. I'm not just going to watch videos from like 3 years ago. You got to put out some new stuff. But Spidey Hypnosis and Sankey Magic, they are doing online shows now, which I need to learn how to do because a lot of the tricks I do, you have to be there with me. You know, you have to be there with me. 100. Yes. So the problem with the magic that I do is you have to be here with me so I can, so you can pick the card and take it and, So the Caddy Show is here. Caddy. How's it going, Carrie? Carrie, I want to tell you something. The Carrie Show says, Dankness, how are you? Carrie, let me tell you something. Now, I've seen this happen on your show. And let me tell you, sometimes you think you're talking to me and you aren't talking to me. And like, number one, not only has somebody hijacked the Cameo Man 2021 stuff, they've been posting that fake posts on Fears' stream. Plus, one time I was watching your show and somebody started playing a video of me that I had recorded earlier at an earlier time, and you were reacting to it, and you thought I was actually talking to you, but I wasn't. It was a vlog that I had recorded earlier. And you're like, oh, I guess Randy is just going to keep talking. I guess we should just listen to him. I was like, that wasn't me, Carrie. Somebody was playing a video of me, pretending to be me, and I have no idea who it was, but I was not talking to you at all. You were watching a vlog that I had recorded earlier that somebody had chopped up and put on your channel. So I don't know who this person is, but sometimes you think I was talking to you or you thought I was doing a video. It wasn't me. It was a video of me, but it wasn't me. Just to let you know. I just want to let you know that. The Dark Queen says, hi, Queen Carrie. Bimbo says, hi, Carrie. Mr. Stream. Carl the Fan says, sup, Michael Keaton. Hey, Carrie. Really, Carrie. Hey, Carl. Yeah. Just let you know, Carrie, you got to be like, if it seems like I'm railroading over you and not letting you speak and interrupting you, it's not me. It's an old video of me that somebody has taken and put on your show. Yeah, I think everybody's doing well. I'm doing well. What's up, Carrie? I just wanted to let you know that, okay? Because me and Fears were watching your show one time, and then suddenly I come on, and I'm like, Fears, what's going on here? That's not me. I mean, that's a video of me, but it's not me. It's like, I don't know what's going on, Randy. It's crazy. So, just to let you know. Just to let you know. That was very perplexing. So what is going on in the wide world of Carrie? And E is here. And E says, really, Carrie? Really? I think that's what it means. R-E-L-E. Or maybe it means a real Carrie. Yeah. So all the cool people are here. So we still have 30 minutes to burn because I like to go for an hour. And then again, like I say all the time, if you hit me with some real good questions, I'll go for an hour 30. But they got to be good. No. You know, the whole Fears saying movies aren't a good date. Well, movies can be a good date because here's the thing about movies. Here's why I like to take women to movies is because it takes the pressure off both of you. You know, like if you both have a movie that you both like and you both want to go see the movie because it takes the pressure off. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to converse. You don't have to relate. You know, if you want, you can hold hands or she could put her, head on your shoulder and, you can share a popcorn. And then like after the movie, you have tons of stuff to talk about, like you could be like, oh, what was your favorite scene? Oh, my favorite scene was this. What other movies do you like? Oh, I like this movie, that movie. Which one do you want to see next? I don't know. We'll go see the next Justice League. And who's your favorite actor? And they're like, oh, Ben Affleck's mine. I liked him ever since he was in Good Will Hunting. I was like, what was your favorite actor? Oh, my favorite actor was Gal Gadot. She was, Miss Universe in Israel. And then they're like, wow, what did you think about the plot? And I'm like, oh, well, the plot was good, but I didn't like the part where Lois Lane was in this one scene because she didn't do anything in the scene. She kind of served no purpose. So, like, to me, movies take the pressure off, like the biggest pressure that you have in a movie theater date is like holding hands because you never know. Okay, does she want to hold hand? Does she not want to hold hands? Or you do the whole yawn where you're, and then put your arm around her and it's like, is she not going to like it? Is she going to like it? And then if she does, it's like you're set for the rest of the date because she's into it. But yeah, I think movies are a good date. I disagree with Fears. I think movies can be a good date, and yeah, that's just me because I'm a movie guy. I know Fears is a movie guy too, but like I'm a diehard movie guy. Like I'll tell you, I got a little bit depressed after I had to stop going to the theater because I know there are some people who hate the theater with a passion. I know there are some people who hate the theater with passion. Why are you friends with Fears? Fears has similar opinions, and we had a lot of fun together, and we've known each other since 2007, I believe. So, you know, I am his only friend in Florida. So, movie dates are good, and it's dark in there. Yeah, yeah. But again, there's some people who hate the theater going experience, and there's some people who love it. I'm in the group of people who love it because I get what the people who hate it. I get why they hate it because like sometimes, like people are talking, people are on the phone. There's sticky shit on the floor. Sometimes you have somebody kicking your seat behind you. But what I love about the movie theater is you're sitting there and the screen is like 40 stories tall or 40 feet tall. It's big, it's huge, it takes up your whole field of vision. You're in a darkened theater, you got a nice popcorn, you got a nice little large soda with you. If you're there with your girl, you got your girl right by your side, you can chat. See the scene, see that little thing in the background? That's a spinner from Blade Runner. And yeah, a lot of people don't notice that, but yeah, it's like a little thing hidden in there that the writer of this movie was David Webb Peoples, and he wrote Blade Runner, and that's why they stuck a spinner in the background here. So that's why I love the movie going experience. And also here's something about the movie going experience. Number one, I don't care what the internet says. I don't care what TV says. I don't care what the newspapers say. You can tell how popular a movie is by, number one, how many people go to it and how many people react to it. Because I'll tell you something. Like, not a lot of people went to see the Evil Dead remake. That's what the newspapers said. They said, people are barely showing up to the new Evil Dead movie. But here's the thing. When I went to the theater to see the remake of Evil Dead, that theater was packed. And then the second thing is, like, the new Evil Dead got bad ratings, but when I was in that theater, that movie, people were losing their minds. They were screaming, they were yelling, they were laughing, they were cheering. Like, if you were just going to go by audience reaction alone, you would have thought that this was the greatest movie that was ever made. Like, people were losing their minds. And at the very end, when the guy from the first one has a cameo in everybody lost their shit. They're like, oh my God. People were losing their minds. Like, it was the biggest, most insane reaction to a movie that I have ever participated in. People were losing their minds, And when you're in a theater, you can tell which jokes work and which jokes don't by the audience reaction. You can tell which movies people really connect with and which ones they don't by the applause and the cheers and the screams. Oh, Bimbo says, yeah, Bimbo. Yeah. That's good if you can get that. Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, like I said, we're at 35 minutes now. I'm gonna go until I'm gonna go about 25 more minutes. So again, if y'all want to stretch out this stream, it depends on you viewers at home. Like, you need to hit me with the hard-hitting questions. Hit me up. If you want to extend this stream, you got to ask some good questions. So we got 25 more minutes, or I could go for an hour and 30, depending on the level of questions. So, if you want to extend the stream, you might want to wait until the 59-minute mark and then get it in there at the last second, But yeah, that's why I love the movies, because I, as a filmmaker, need to know what works and what doesn't work. Now, there was a movie that was universally liked. Carl the Fan, I Am 6 Foot. There was a movie that I saw that was universally liked, which was Avengers Endgame. Because during that last final portal sequence, when they have like all 108 Avengers on screen at the same time, and Captain Rogers gets that weapon, it's like, holy shit, people were losing their minds in that scene. And then the women Avengers came out and was like, hey, you guys need some help. They were like, oh my God. And then the final part at the end, when the ending ends, oh man, people were losing their crap about that. Zoom Vision says, dang, I'm late. I'm glad I didn't miss the show. Exum Visions, Fears wants us to fight each other. Yeah, because that was a question he had. He said, who would win out of a fight between me and Exum Visions? So we gotta go toe to toe, man. We gotta answer Fierce's question. I'm just kidding. You'd probably mop the floor with me. I'm 41 years old. I am old. Uh-oh. Hold on. How do I get that off there? Boop. So yeah. You would mop the floor with me, Exhumed. I height 6 foot. I am 6 feet high. Come on, Bimbo. You can come up with better questions than that. Oh, we can thumb wrestle. Yeah, right. Now, were you asking me what my height was, Bimbo, or what Exum Vision's height was? Because I'll say it for a third time. I am 6 foot. I went in the 7-Eleven and I stood against the door and I did that little thing that you do. And yeah, I'm 6 foot high. I think maybe a little bit, maybe half an inch higher when I'm wearing my shoes. So I might be 5'11", now that I think of it, so. Actually, you know what? I think I might be 5'12". I think I'm 5'12". Yeah. I'm either 5'12" or 6 foot. One of the two. One of those two. I guess both for the duel. So, Exhumed, how tall are you? I don't know if this is in real time. 512.5. Yeah, right. Is that in meters? Is that in the metric system? Or what's the opposite of the metric system? LOL. Oh, yeah, 513. Yeah, right. That's funny. I do want to do a card trick for you. I do want to. Let me see if I can set my table up. Please. Okay. All set up. Let me see if I can unhook my okay, you can see me there. Let me just adjust my stuff here. So no, nothing there. Ooh. Damn. Almost lost my shit. Okay. So are these jumbo cards? I don't want jumbo cards. Nope. These are jumbo cards. Okay. So here we go. Hold on. I'm going to get it set up. Gonna get it. Oh. Don't know where that one came from. Do one right there. One right there. One right there. And then, let me see here. So bear with me. Bear with me. And okay, so hold on a second. Got to put that card in there. Okay. Now, let me see here. Okay, so I am going to do this. We'll see. You'll see it. All right. So we have several cards here. We have the Ace of Hearts, Seven of Spades, Ace of Clubs, Eight of Clubs, Seven of Clubs, and the Two of Hearts. So, Bimbo, if you would please give me a number from 1 to 6. Give me a number from 1 to 6. Just type in a number, 1 to 6. Bimbo. Bimbo. Are you there? Somebody type in a number 1 to 6. Let me know. You want me to show you the cards again, or I'll show you the cards? There we go. So type in a number from 1 to 6. Put it in the chat. Oh, the dude is here. The dude says, Randall. The dude says 3. All right. Here we're going to go with the dude. So 1, 2, 3. And I'm sorry, the dude, my prediction was the Two of Hearts. It was actually the 6. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But you may have think that I messed up. And as Chun-Li in Street Fighter said, that's exactly what I wanted you to think. There you go. So thank you, the dude, for your participation. And thank you for not smoking. Pretty cool, huh? What? You thought I messed up, but I didn't. Dude, the Randy Discord is thriving. I hope you like it and you'll utilize it. I have been. I totally have been. And yep. I got to go in there. So yeah, and 15 of diamonds. Anyone? Yeah. 15 of diamonds. There you go. Not many people have that card. Only me, because I'm awesome. So yeah. So yeah, I need link. Yeah, send Bimbo the link, the dude, if you want to. I let her in. And somebody asked me to do a behind the scenes. I didn't do the behind the scenes because I thought I would just, I would just show you right now what I do for behind the scenes. Now, number one, for all my lighting setups, what I've been using to to map out my lighting setups and come up with lighting setups is this book called Lighting for Digital Video and Television, second edition. This is a pretty good book. I like it. And then on page 3, I had a setup for the Breen part 5. And this is what it says in here, and I'm going to read this to you so you can get an idea of what I was going for. So the most obvious way in which lighting is important for video is in basic exposure. As the WAG said, without lighting, all you have is a black picture. You have to have enough light on your subject to excite the electrons in the camera's imaging chips to a certain level. It doesn't matter that you can see it. If the camera can't see it, your video is toast. You'd think this observation would be obvious, but it's amazing how many people try to create a night scene just by shooting it in the dark. Inadequate exposure is probably my most common problem diagnosis when people bring me their videos and ask what went wrong. One producer of an independent short brought me raw camera footage to review a scene that was shot in a field at night with a Sony VX1000. He had almost all the right equipment and had really no idea how to use it, and the result was dreadful. The crew had shot in a field with no easily available power, so they used a small generator and several lights. Unfortunately, they didn't bring enough extension cords, which we call stingers in the business. So when the generator was far enough away that it did not interfere with the audio, they couldn't get the lights very close to the subjects. Rather than concentrating all the lights on one side, which might have just barely worked, they distributed them around to create a flood of weak, flat lighting. So what I did basically with all mine is I did what this book suggests, and I have 3 lights, and I'm going to show you those lights right now. I'm just going to show you one of them because they all look identical. But I got these web camera lights, and these were pretty good. All 3 of these lights together cost me about $36. And the thing that's cool about these lights is these lights, they blast light, but you can touch them. And they don't get hot. They're very cool to the touch. They never overheat. So basically what I do is this one doesn't have 2 of them have like a swivel head that you can do directional. And this one just has straightforward. So what I do with this one is I set this light off to the side, and they call that a side light. I put this light off to the side of the camera, and then for the other lights, I put them on the same side. So it's basically like a wall of light, and that's what I basically do. I just have them on one side, so there's a shadow on this side and a light on this side, and that creates depth in it. Let us know anything you want in there. We can make it happen. Right now, it's only in general chat and the Breen Saga channels. Cool. Them CCD chips. Yep, charge couple device. I spent the day at Disneyland and I'm in my theater throbbing, and I'm exhausted. I'm going to bed soon. Those are LED. Yep, they're LEDs. Those are nice. Good for $36 too. Can't go wrong with the LEDs. The only thing I don't like about these, and this is a minor thing, but what I don't like about these is they don't have power cables. They have USB cables because these are meant to be webcam cameras, but to find USB to AC/DC plugs are actually very simple. So I'm going to turn one of these on right now. I'll use the power from my I'm going to blast it right in my face. Yeah, there we go. So now, see, you got a little bit of shadow on this side and lots of light on this side. And these, that actually did a lot, didn't it? Wow. I guess these are more for webcam. And what I like about that is it it's not a dimmer, but they do have variable power on here. So if I want more power, I can just hit up like that. Or if I want less power, I can hit down like that. So I have total control over how much power. I'd say that's about good for here. But yeah, these are typically for webcams and stuff like that. And like I said, yeah, $36, not bad. And they do come with gels. I've seen more and more wall outlets coming with USB hookups too. Most new homes or apartments have them. Kind of crazy. Total control. Yes. You can also get power strips or extension cords that have USB plugs. Really? I did not know that. Really? I did not know that. Garth, did you know that? No, Wayne, I did not know that. Yeah. I didn't. Where would you buy those, the dude? Would you buy those at like a Home Depot, or what are you, like a Walmart or Best Buy? Where do you get the plugs with USB plugs? Because I've never seen those, not once in my life. You can also get power strips or extension cords that have USB plugs. They sell those lights for accurate dimming. Amazon. Well, there you go. And just for that, you get the 15 of clubs. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah. Let me see. We are at 51. We got 9 more minutes left. So, like I said, and I'm gonna say this to the chat once again. I go for an hour usually, but if you all have good questions, like good, insightful, deep questions, you can stretch it out to an hour 30. Home Depot or Walmart should have them too. Just look up USB power strip or something. Okay, yeah, I will do that. Yeah. So, yeah, these lights are they're pretty cool, both literally and figuratively. No. Lightning. That's hilarious. My neighbors are probably looking through my window going, what the hell is he doing over there? Flicking lights on and off. Lights go dimming and going big. I can link one in the Discord. See, the Discord is already paying off. Okay, cool. And like I said, I didn't want to do a making of, because I could just do it here. Like, what I like about this book is that it gives you like little diagrams of like what they did and what you can do to better your videos. Like, here's they show you right here the lighting setup for that one that went wrong. I don't know if you can see that. Maybe if I turn this off. So they show you the lighting setup, like right here, and he shows you what they would have done and what they should have done. They said, don't put the lights right there, put the lights over there. I'm a very visual person, and you'd think that everybody was a visual person that went into film, but it's not so. Some people, there's 3 types of people in the world: visuals, auditory, and kinesthetics. Now, nobody's purely visual, nobody's purely auditory, nobody's purely kinesthetic. But, like, there's some filmmakers who are visual that put the focus on visuals. And then there are some filmmakers who focus on sound. And even though Christopher Nolan has a very sharp sense when it comes to visuals, like, Nolan is more of an auditory for me, because, like, I can hear a track from his movies and just, like, instantly recognize, oh, that's from his movie. Oh, that's from Inception. Oh, that's from Dark Knight Rises. And then, the way he, works sound effects into his movies and the sound design, I think he's a very auditory director. And then same thing for Steven Spielberg. Even though he's very good at visuals, like if you think about E.T., what do you think of first? You think E.T. Go Home. You think of the sound, or like Close Encounters of the Third Kind. If I asked you to think of Close Encounters of the Third Kind, what would you instantly think of? You would think of do 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 do. You think of that, right? So I think Christopher Nolan and Steven Spielberg, even though they're masters at visuals, I think they're more auditory in their approach and the way they do things. I linked a couple there for you, Randy. Oh, cool. Yeah. I told you my Chris Nolan's. No. Actually, do you want to come in? I don't want you to tell me the Chris Nolan story in the chat. So either come in or save it for later. Do you want me to invite you in? Because I really want to hear that story. And we're at 56 right now. And I think the Chris Nolan story, I think we could really pad it out. If so, I could get you. I'm on StreamYards right now. See, right there. So if you want me, I can get you in here. We can do the Chris Nolan story because right now, Chris Nolan is my favorite director. Save for snap. Damn it. You're gonna tease me. All right. Damn it. Yeah. Because I gotta say, right now, Christopher Nolan is my favorite director. Now, my favorite director before him, everybody hates. Everybody hates my favorite director before Christopher Nolan. My favorite director before Christopher Nolan was Paul W.S. Anderson. And I almost memorized his entire filmography. He did Shopping was his first movie, then Mortal Kombat, then Event Horizon, then Soldier. And then after Soldier, he got a new cinematographer that I thought was, and he did The Sight with Andrew McCarthy. It was a BBC film. Not that BBC, you guys. British Broadcasting Company. And then he did Resident Evil. And then he did he skipped Resident Evil Apocalypse. Skipped that. Then he did Resident Evil 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And then somewhere along the lines, he did this movie called Pompeii, which was about, a volcano erupting. And then he did another movie with his wife, Mila Jovovich, which was The Three Musketeers. He did a version of The Three Musketeers. But after that third, and then he did Alien versus Predator before Resident Evil, I believe. But I used to really like his movies. His movies used to be really good and stylish, but that last Resident Evil, man, was crap. And like there were too many cuts. It seemed like there was a cut every half second, and I couldn't follow it, and it wasn't tense. It was just like. Just too much information in your face. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with Paul. I'm done. Okay, I was going to say, if you had unlimited money, how much would you spend on the first day? And what would you invest in? I would buy a hot dog cart. Well, Fears and I were chatting. Yeah, BBC, the dude. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Thinking British Broadcasting Company. That's what I was talking about. Don't go there, the dude. Don't go there. So, me and Fears was talking about one of my fantasies that I had. And one of my fantasies was to relive the same day every day. And I asked Fears, what day would you want to relive? And I don't remember Fears' answer, but I said, Fears, wouldn't it be cool if you could live the same day over again and like you had like $600 in your bank account? Because like you could spend $600 every day. Then when you go to sleep and wake up the next day, you'd have another $600. It'd be like making $1 million a year forever. And Ferris was like, wow, Randy, you'd have to watch your money. And I'm like, why would you have to watch your money? He goes, but because at the end of the day, if you spent all the 600, you'd be out of money. And I'm like, Fears. The next day, it wouldn't matter. You would have $600 in your account again. Because when you wake up, it's the same day every day. And it's like, but no, you'd have to save your money. And it's like, because you'd run out of money eventually. And I'm like, no, Fears. If it was the same day every day, you wouldn't need to worry about rent. You wouldn't need to worry about food. Like, even if you ate at the most expensive restaurant at all time, like the most expensive restaurant, probably like $180, $200. Even if you ate at the most expensive restaurant morning, noon, and night, it wouldn't matter because the next day you would have $600 again. You wouldn't need to save it. And it's like, yeah, but you still need to save your money because, like, what if you didn't have $600 at the end of the day? And I'm like, Fears, I know you don't believe me. I know you don't believe this, but I could actually go a whole day without eating. So even if I didn't buy any food, when I woke up the next day, I would have $600 more. It wouldn't matter. You wouldn't need to save. You wouldn't need to worry about spending all your money because in less than 24 hours, you would have 600 back in your account. And it wasn't working. It wasn't sinking in. I was like, I don't know. But I would really love that. Like if it was on the 3rd and I had like $1,125, oh man, I would go nuts. I would go nuts. And you might think that the same day over and over again would get boring. But if this actually did happen, and I actually did have to relive the same day, I would take a speed reading course and I would just dedicate myself to learning. Because everybody out there in the world is saying the same, but I could learn how to do hyper psychology and, hypnotism and stuff. And I would just read my ass off. So if I kept, by the end of 5 years, I would be 5 years ahead of everybody I know, you'd buy a hot dog cart. But what if you need $601? Yeah, right. E. What would I need $601 for? What would that be for? Indulge me. But to answer Carl the fan's question, if you had unlimited money, how much would you spend on the first day, and what would you invest in? The first thing I would get is a car. Well, I wouldn't need a car, E, because I've got my mom's car. She allows me to use it as long as I pay for gas. And then also, I think you could just rent a car for like $30 a day or something. Could just walk. Can't walk everywhere, but I can walk a lot of places. But yeah, I would buy Tony Robbins's courses. I would try to, it's a good question. I got to admit. One of the first things I would get is I would get all these knocked out and get brand new. Because here's the thing. I did buy the Crest whitening pen. I did buy that because I know my teeth are insanely yellow, and this thing claims that it can erase 15 years of stains in a week. But I'm going to get the instruction book for you, and this instruction book terrified the shit out of me of this Crest whitening thing. I'm going to get it right now. Hold on. So listen to this shit. I got the Crest whitening strip thing. It's not whitening strips. It's like a pen. Okay. But when I started reading the instructions, I was like, holy shit, this thing sounds horrible. So it says, read me for best whitening results right there. Okay. So we'll go over this. I'll take you through it and why I don't want to use this. I'm probably just going to send it back. Serum will form coating on your teeth while you sleep. Avoid contact with gums and lips. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to be putting it on my teeth, right? So it's obviously, when I go to sleep, my lips are obviously going to be touching my teeth. All right. May cause stinging or tingling sensation. I don't like the sound of that. Then click the end of the pen until a small drop of serum appears on the brush tip. First use will take multiple clicks up to 20 to get that first drop to appear. Note, 1 to 2 clicks of serum is enough for up to 4 teeth. Okay, we're going to go to apply. After brushing your teeth just before bed, dry top row the teeth with a tissue. Apply a single thin layer of serum onto each tooth across the row. Then wait 10 to 15 seconds of clear cloning to form. Dry bottom row and repeat the process. Note, you may feel a tingling or stinging sensation during application. I'm like, okay. Avoid contact with your gums while applying. Well, I'm applying them to my teeth. They got to touch my gums. The dried coating will stay on your teeth overnight while you catch Z's. They actually put ZZZ apostrophe S. The next morning, brush like normal to remove the coating to reveal your whiter, brighter smile. To clean. After use, make sure to wipe the brush bristles with a dry tissue. Do not use water. Okay. Firmly replace the cap until you hear a soft click to avoid hardening of the tip. If the tip hardens, do not rinse with water. Instead, click pen 2 or 3 times and add to the new serum will clear up and soften the bristles. Now, here's the shit where it gets scary. Warning, flammable. All right, don't like the sound of that. Keep away from heat and or flames. Do not use while smoking. Keep out of reach of children. Do not use with children age under the age of 12. Do not swallow. All right, like there's obviously going to be some saliva buildup in my mouth while I'm sleeping, and I'm obviously going to swallow it unconsciously. Do not swallow. If more of the amount used for whitening is accidentally swallowed, get medical help or call a poison control center immediately. Avoid contact with the eyes. If product contacts with the eye, rinse thoroughly with water. Avoid direct contact of the product with the gums and or salivary flow. If it's in your mouth, that's freaking impossible. If irritation of the gums or mouth occurs, discontinue use and consult a dentist. Some people experience tooth sensitivity or gum discomfort when using whitening products. This comfort is temporary and not harmful. If you experience more than a mild tooth sensitivity, stop use and consult your dentist. Here's the part I don't like. And then get medical help or consult a poison control center immediately. I think I'm going to send this back. Yeah, I do not like any of that wording. Call a poison control center? Gotta be kidding me. Those whitening things work pretty decent. I've used them a bunch of times. You have to make sure you really follow the instructions, though. They can make your teeth really sensitive. I'm not cool with that. They really only work on superficial stains, though. If your teeth are deeply stained, they won't do much. Well, yeah, I'm thinking about just sending this back because this, this is the entire instructions, and they are terrifying the shit out of me, So, yeah, if I had money, the first thing I do, get all these knocked out. Then I would get a computer that is worth a damn. Because I'll tell you, everybody in the chat, my computing would get my videos would go 500% times quicker if I wasn't using that piece of shit right there. Like, that computer is really old, and I got a new computer. I got one that's only like 3 or 4 years old, And I took it to Best Buy and I said, could you speed up the processes on this? And they said, even though this computer is like 3 or 4 years old, it still is pretty old because it has a mechanical processor. And if you want a good computer to do like video editing on, you need at least like $1,000 to $1,200 computer. No, they're nothing to be scared of. It's basically just saying don't drink the contents. Swallowing a little bit isn't harmful. Okay. But yeah. So that's the first thing I would get. We get a computer that's worth a damn. Because again, and I'd like to get Final Cut X, if that's possible. Final Cut 10. And yeah. So get all my teeth knocked out, get a computer that's worth a damn, Final Cut. And then after that, I'd get a Final Cut tutorial DVD or a tutorial program on the internet. And then I'm really in love with Adobe. You know, I really love Adobe's products. I really love Premiere Pro. But here is the thing that bugs me about Adobe Premiere Elements and Adobe Premiere Pro. Number one, there are some features in Adobe Premiere Elements that I know are purposely made wonky so that you will get frustrated and upgrade to Adobe Premiere Pro. But the problem with Adobe Premiere Pro is that there's so many features on Adobe Premiere Pro that you just want to go back to the simpler Adobe Premiere Elements. Because like, prime example, this, and I know they can do better because they had these features in Adobe Premiere 1.5, and that's like 10 versions ago. Adobe Premiere Elements has this feature called Time Stretch, which is you select the clip, you go into a window, you select the speed you want it to be at, and it'll show you like what it looks like shrink down. And I'll say, do you want to shrink this video? We can't shrink the audio with it, so you're gonna have some problems with the audio. Do you want to do that? And you hit OK, and it shrinks the video so the video goes faster. That is a bullshit feature because in Adobe Premiere 1.5, you can just take the clip, click Time Stretch, and you can just manually adjust the length of the clip however fast or slow you want it to go, and the audio will sync with the video. And this is Adobe Premiere 1.5. And Adobe Premiere Elements is like the 14th version of that program. So I know for a fact that they could make a better product that they're making. But I think Adobe Premiere Elements is purposely made inferior so you'll get frustrated and upgrade to Adobe Premiere Pro, which sucks. And then Adobe is also doing this crap where you can't buy our program anymore. You have to pay monthly. All right. That's why I got Adobe Premiere Elements 14, is because you can upload it once time and it works forever. Now with Elements 15 and later, you can't buy it on DVD. You have to pay monthly to use every program. Like, there's no option for you to buy Adobe Premiere Pro once and then have it forever. Like, if you want to buy the current version of Adobe Premiere Pro, you got to pay $20 a month, every month, for a year. And then same thing for Elements 15. For Elements 15, you got to pay $9.99 a month every year for as long as you want to use it. I'm like, that's bull crap. I understand from a business perspective what they're doing, but honestly, that's bull crap. Okay, so we are now at an hour 15. We have stretched it out. So I'm gonna go for another 2 minutes. If y'all got some hard-hitting questions, let her rip. Otherwise, I'm gonna bow out at 1:16. So yeah. So again, the dude, were you here for my talk about Terminator? One of the things that somebody had the name Sarah at karaoke tonight, and the DJ was like, "Sarah Connor, you are wanted," pretending to be Arnold. And then it hit me when he said that. How did the Terminator know which Sarah Connor to terminate? Because, like, in the movie, he just goes down the phone book and just starts capping off the Sarah Connors in alphabetical order. What happens when he got to that last Sarah? Like, what does he do? Is he just like self-terminator or something? Or like, and then also, a lot of people don't know, a lot of millennials and people later than that don't know about the phone book, but there used to be this big, huge book that would come every year. It was about this thick, and it had everybody's number in your area. But here's the thing. Sometimes you didn't have to list the address. Sometimes you could just have your name and your number. And also, you didn't have to put your middle initial. So people would have to guess if there was more than one Sarah Connor. I mean, obviously, there would be two different Sarah Connors because you got a different number here, a different number there. But what if Sarah Connor didn't leave her address? And what if Sarah Connor went on vacation? Is the Terminator just going to sit around her house on her porch for like a week, just being like, when will this Sarah Connor get here? I've got several other terminations I need to terminate. This Sarah Connor is wasting my time. Or what if that was an old listing? Because again, the phone book was reprinted every year. That could have been an old address, and come to think of it, somebody could have lived, Sarah Connor could have sold her house, moved, and then somebody else took her house and like thought it was a UPS man, like, yeah, I'm Sarah Connor. You got a package for me? Yes, I do have a package for you. A package of death. So, yeah. So, and then also, this is something that I thought about for Terminator 2. In Terminator 2, there's a scene where the T-1000 has taken over John Connor's mother. All right. And if you look at that scene, which John Connor calls his foster parents, the Terminator is chopping celery and chopping onions. All right. Now, here's the thing about that. How long was the Terminator prepared to keep up that ruse? Like, what if John Connor never called? What if he said, F you, step parents, I don't give a damn about you? Like, would the Terminator have, like, made dinner and, like, sat there and watched Todd eat dinner? And, like, what would happen when it came time for him to eat? And then, like, even if they got through dinner, what would have happened if, again, what would happen if he never called? Would the Terminator have just gone to bed with Todd? And, like, that would be a very awkward situation. It's like, come on, honey, let's do some stuff tonight. I don't want to. Oh, man, you feel so cold. Oh, you feel like metal. That's weird. So what do you say, honey? Want to do reverse cowgirl tonight? Like, that would have been a very odd and awkward situation. I mean, what if John never called? What if he never called his parents at all? How long was that charade going to play out? Something to think about. So, yeah. So, they're all no questions. So, yeah. So, we talked about ADHD, dyslexia. Again, I would call ADHD boring teacher disease or boring textbook disease. I think putting the onus on the kids, I think that's just a way for teachers to get out of being, oh, we're not boring teachers. It's the kids' fault. They got this disease. It's called ADHD. We're not boring at all. We're awesome. And again, I can watch The Suicide Squad. I'll go to the bathroom. I'll get a soda. But other than that, no distractions whatsoever. Dark Knight. Go to the bathroom, get a soda. But other than that, no distractions whatsoever. X-Men First Class. I have ADHD. And I can watch all these movies without getting distracted. I don't think ADHD is a thing. I think ADHD is code for boring teacher disease and boring textbook disease. I really do. I think some kids are hyperactive, but I think, that's mostly based on what they're consuming. A lot of kids consume soda and candy bars and sugar, and, they may be a little bit hyperactive. I don't know if it's a disease that's causing it or whether it's what they're consuming that causes it. But yeah. And then dyslexia. I've been diagnosed with dyslexia. They taught me how to do my S's and how to do my N's. And I don't believe that one day my vision just flipped and I just started seeing images correctly. I just think people with dyslexia don't realize that you can't draw an S backwards. You can't draw an N backwards. People want you to draw an S and an N a certain way. And then they just taught me that. And now I draw it the right way. Because what they want you to believe is that, he got taught, so he's not dyslexic anymore. So, his vision just flipped, and now he's just seeing S's the right way. I don't think so. So I'm probably boring you all to death because there's only 2 people watching now. Now there's 3. But I'm going to end it right here. So thank you to everybody in the chat who's shown up. My name is Randy Brown for Camuman 2021 and the Mayor of Magic. If you like this, comment, like, and subscribe. And please do comment. And if you want, comment questions in the comment box of this video, and I will get to them later. I promise. Put some questions in the comments that you want me to answer. Again, I'm going to give you my Scout's honor here. If the questions are not trolly and are honest questions, I will do my best to answer them, and I will answer them, I promise. But again, they can't be trolly questions. Bimbo says, thank you for going live. No, thank you, Bimbo. And thanks to everybody in the chat. My name is Randy Brown for Camuman 2020 on the Mayor of Magic. I said that already, but I will bid you a fond adieu. Adieu.